First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. Hold on. What's going on here? And sincerity, and shalom to the men, women, and children learning as well. And we're just going to go in the spirit here. A lot's going on. A lot of prophecy speaking loud and clear. So we're getting closer and closer to the return of the Lord. But, we're going to head on to what's going on in the Middle East, which is, according to biblical prophecy. But like the Lord said, you shall hear wars, rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. But we know we're close to the end. I mean, it ain't going to be tomorrow, but, hey, we're very close, man. All right, that's why they're moving the troops into certain positions. All right, certain alliances have been formed. The mark of the beast is here. It just hasn't been, the hour of temptation ain't come yet, The global mandating of the chip, the RFID microchip hasn't come yet. But once that comes, it's going to be full-on escalation with these armies, man. America's going to be 100% involved by that time. At that time, when that day comes, it's going to be hell on earth. And it's going to get a lot worse. But this is Ezekiel chapter 7. I'll start at verse 25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. There you go, man. So the death and destruction is coming, man. The war of Armageddon, okay? The civil unrest, sedition among men here in America. All that is being prepared, all right? There's people that have been coming here by the thousands, hundreds of thousands to America, unchecked. They just let them go. So, hey, something big is coming, man. And like we were talking earlier, this could be the next 9/11 here in America. Something that's about to happen very soon, so that they can start mandating certain things and ultimately bring in the mark of the beast. Well, go ahead, brother.
Yep, that's Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. It says the second woe is past, and that second woe is World War II. It says, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, and that third woe is World War III. Yeah. Which it's gonna be fought, as it says in matter of fact, I'll get it, Isaiah 9, with missiles.
Yes. That's what they're doing now. What are they doing over there in the Gaza? Mm-hmm. They're shooting missiles, bombarding all those people, killing innocent people, right? Which they've been doing for years. This is nothing new. They ain't just start killing the Palestinians, but fuck them, fuck all of them. That's our land first and foremost. Even though you got Israelites amongst them, but hey, them heathens in our land, so let them bring judgment upon each other, which ultimately this is the judgment of the Lord. Yeah. All right, and we know this is all false pretenses from Amalek, because ultimately they want our blessing. Amalek, all right, the self-proclaimed Jewish people, they want the blessing that was promised unto Jacob. That's why they're trying to move into our land, because who was in the land prior to that? The Arabs. And then, through the Balfour Declaration and then moving in 1948, how did they go in there? They went in there with war, slaughter. And that the scripture don't say, the scriptures say the Lord's going to put his people back in that land. And it's to this day, they've been there 60, 70 years, and there's nothing but war to this day. Come on, man. But what they keep, because when they first got it, the Europeans that were moving in there through the Balfour Declaration, they only got a small piece of land. But if you look at that map compared to today, they kept expanding because why? Amalek, Esau, Edom wants our blessing, man, and he has to push out them Arabs, and now he's trying to finally take it all, But go ahead.
Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. Going back to Revelation 11 about that third woe, and a third woe is going into a world war. So people watching the news and saying, "Oh, that's over there in the Middle East." Well, you're going to be very.
Why is America sending ships in?
Exactly.
And soon America's going to send troops over there to the Middle East eventually, which they're already over there. Really, America got troops over there already. Ships over there. They got all the different bases around the Middle East, Iraq, Kuwait, a couple other spots. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they send more. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why that draft's going to get initiated, because America has its hands in a lot of places, just like the Roman Empire did, stretched out too far.
Yep.
And not enough people participating in their military, so they're going to initiate a draft because they got to keep up with all the issues they're causing around the planet Earth.
Yep.
But Isaiah 9 verse 5, it says for every
And it's like, and they're gonna have to defend America too. So because see, all the wars America had, they were just cool as everybody was just chilling over here. Cause in the sense that they weren't going to war.
Yeah.
The civilians weren't taking casualties over there in Europe, Russia. These even China.
Yeah.
That during World War II, civilians were the biggest casualties, man. So that's coming to America now. The city of unwalled villages.
Yeah.
All right, the virgin daughter of Babylon's about to get touched. Go ahead.
Yeah, because every point you said about 9/11, being a inside job. If you still don't understand that's an inside job now, I mean, you're lost in sauce. But what happened was there was a huge jump in people enlisting. Just like Pearl Harbor, World War II. 9/11 was the same kind of thing. For the war on terror, which has still been going on, is because niggas want resources. That's really what it is.
Yep. Hey, this is real quick. I pulled up, or did you finish that?
I didn't finish Isaiah 9:5, but
okay. Well, finish. Yeah, you can finish that.
Okay. So Isaiah 9 verse 5, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood," and that's to be understood that that's ancient warfare. Confused noise, grunting, swords clinging and hoorahs and all that kind of jazz, and garments rolled in blood because back then men fought mano a mano, personal. It says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire," and that's these missiles. Because there was an article, I know you have one as well, but it says Israeli official calls for doomsday nuclear missile option, and that came out today, on Gaza Strip. So that's on the table. People saying these missiles don't exist. Well, according to prophecy, these missiles are going to be used in a grand way because it's going to be that second death, ultimately, so-called America.
Yep. Because once they fuck with Iran, man, Russia's going to step in, and China. So we'll see how this plays out. But just know that Esau's about to change things drastically to bring this mark of the beast. All right, he's going to crash the economy. Shit, I was into the store the other day and paid like $70 for a couple items. I was like, damn, it's going to get a lot worse too. But that was it.
Yeah.
This is an article. This on the New York Times says Israel-Gaza war. This is terrorism. Biden condemns Hamas attack in Israel, which, first of all, it was all set up anyway. Hamas is run by the damn Mossad, which is an Israeli intelligence force. So they trained them niggas, man. Come on, man. They're supposed to have the Iron Dome and all this IDF military, and they niggas with less money, less equipment, were paragliding in somehow, right. and they were able to outsmart them and then they take hostages, right. And they go about their day like if nothing was going on in the city. Right. Come on, man. And here it is now, they're bombing the shit out of Gaza when they had nothing to do with it. Right. Innocent people just dying over there, getting shot out the sky. I mean, missiles raining down from the sky upon these innocent people, and that's what Esau. See, he sets the narrative. He has the audacity to call them terrorists. But really, terrorists, if you go into the word terrorism, is government intimidation, a tactic to push policy. So what the hell are they trying to? They ain't got no government. Because if they had enough resources and money, they wouldn't be called terrorists. They would be called a standing army, right? If they had all this money, like the Israelis do, they have an army, right? Well, you need money to have an army. So it's these guys, these third world country Arabs, throwing stones at them, because there's videos of the people fighting back with stones. That's how poor these people are in Gaza. They're fighting with stones. And here it is, they have somehow Hamas comes in and with paragliders and all this, fancy equipment, when these niggas be fighting in the streets with stones. Come on, man. But if they, again, that's why they're considered terrorists, because they don't have the funds to be an army, so they get deemed terrorists by the armies, and they get squashed like bugs. But the main people that you hear about on the news, like Hamas, Al Qaeda, ISIS, all these are trained by agencies, mainly the CIA, in Israel. The Mossad training the Hamas, but it even comes out that the Al Qaeda and ISIS, they all CIA trained. As going back to Al Qaeda in Afghanistan, America had trained them when they were fighting the Russians. When it was the Russian-Afghanistan war, that's when Al Qaeda was trained by the CIA, and you got pictures with the Bushes and Saddam, Bin Laden shaking hands. So that was trained by the CIA. And once they get out of pocket, or it could all just be bullshit that they put on the news. But you don't hear about the true people from that country These are just factions that Esau sets up, trains, and then puts them on CNN News so he can justify pushing his agenda. See, look, those people are evil. They're terrorists. But the rest of the people in the cities are the ones that suffer in those countries, man. Do you know how poor they are over there in the Middle East? And then somehow they have the willpower and money to become terrorists, global terrorists. Like, when the hell has Al Qaeda, ISIS, or Hamas done anything to Americans? But Americans will be the first one, saying we need to go bring stability into the region.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doug.
That was it on the article.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read too much because it's like a live. I guess he's talking right now.
Okay.
Sleepy Joe's up there talking about the bullshit. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because you mentioned Russia earlier. Because the big players, they're kind of sitting back, waiting, for the green light.
They got their own skirmish in Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot going on around the world, man. But eventually, the Lord's gonna have it set where everybody's gonna be getting so-called America.
And it's gonna be through Persia, right? Because what you got, Ezekiel?
Yeah. 38.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Because it's an indicator,
Mm-hmm.
And these other Arab countries are about to start taking sides with the people that have been getting destroyed over there, which they don't give a fuck either. But now the Lord's going to put it in their spirit to stand up against Edom, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start from the top.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Ezekiel 38, in verse 1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him." And that's going into the land now, which is occupied by Edomites. The land of
more Edomites.
Yeah, more Edomites, but with modern day call them Russians.
Yep.
And going to the Lord said He's against them. So because they're Edomites, the Lord's against them too. But He's raising them up for a purpose. He's rising Satan against Satan.
Yeah, he's the feet of the bear. The end of Edom.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna. That's why the Lord didn't have him join the beast, because He was gonna use those particular Edomite breed. Whatever tribe they are, and He used them to come up against the beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people still, they forget that, hey, we're still in a Cold War, with Russia. They've been building up missiles since, who knows how long. Man,
Yeah, since the space race, really. It's going back to the 60s. Shit, really after World War II, they started, putting it, because they knew, look, America just did the atomic bomb, so we got to step our game up. So they've been at battle with Russia, with America, like in that sense, for over 50 years, we'll say.
Right. Yeah. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 3. It says, "And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal."
Most High still against them too. No matter if they're not part of the beast, they're still Edomites at the end of the day.
Yep. Ezekiel 38, verse 4. "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth."
Yep, that's what you see now. Them trying to retake their former Soviet countries.
It says, "And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields."
Yeah, that's all their military power, the tanks, the missiles, the S-500s, S-400s, all that military shit they got. That they've been generously handing out to people.
Yep. It says,
which that goes into them being a guard, because that's a missile defense system. That's a defense. You're guarding someone like on linemen, right? You're supposed to guard the quarterback, so there you go.
Finish in verse 4, Ezekiel 38, it says, "All of them handling swords."
Weapons of war. So there's troops everywhere. Remember, Russia still got troops out there in Syria and Iran and Venezuela. Because remember, years ago they sent them out there to train them people. So what do you think? They never mentioned anything about them leaving. So go ahead.
Ezekiel 38, verse 5, it says, Persia.
Persia, there you go. First one named Persia, which is modern day Iran. They even call themselves to this day Persians. Iran just stands for an acronym: Islamic Republic of Arab countries, or of Arab nations. So it's like, but now the Lord is putting the spirit on these Persians, which Elam is Persia. I mean the Elamites, or the Indians as well, Afghanistan. You know, they're mingled amongst those nations as well, but mainly Iran. You know, go ahead.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia.
Yep, Ethiopia. Well, where's Ethiopia? That's right there south of them. Because remember, when what was that? Because they're saying it was the 50th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War with Israel and Egypt. They went to battle with Egypt before, okay? And Egypt is right there in North Africa, which is pretty much the Middle East. You know, damn near. Well, it is. You know, Egypt it's Africa, but it's in the Middle East. Then you have Ethiopia right there in the bottom of the Red Sea, the Horn. You know, right there around the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, the Arabian Sea. All right. So get troops in there. You're gonna have to go through these people, man. And America already got them ships out there in the Mediterranean Sea, right there off the coast of Israel. Okay, so and those are carriers. You know, they can shoot missiles from there. They can send jets, scramble the jets in seconds, and drop bombs on the poor Gaza Strip. Because you know there's Jakes in there, man. There's Israelites in there, so they just get jacked up over there, man. Damn. Yeah. Because you know you watch some of the and again, this is nothing new. You go back years. I remember this been going on for years. They've been fucking them up over there. This ain't nothing new. Now that this is the final plan, though. Mm-hmm. They're getting things moving.
Yeah, that's spiritual, because there's a reason why there's always no peace in the Middle East.
That's what. And hey, and now that's what people are gonna want to cry out for: peace in the Middle East. And then there's gonna be protesters siding with Hamas. Come on, man, this is all staged. This is a staged event, and we got the scripts to it, which is the scriptures of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. That's why we able to tell you. We've been saying all these things for years, man. We told you something was gonna happen in the Middle East to start getting things going, and look what's going on. This is it's a catalyst. All right. It's not the end. The missiles ain't coming tomorrow. All right. The nuclear destruction ain't coming tomorrow. It ain't coming in 2 weeks. You know, most likely. But it's coming soon. You know, it could be 6 months, a year. It's coming, man. You know, we can't give you a date, but we can show you the signs, and the signs are clearly speaking. Real quick, this is go and put up a scripture. It says, where was it? Jeremiah. I think it was Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah 23:20. The anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days he shall consider it perfectly. Yeah, now you better be considering it perfectly, because anybody come up with some bullshit, we gonna hit you with what's going on in the world and hit in prophecy. We ain't got time to play games with you people, man. We don't give a damn if you don't believe we're Israelites. We don't give a damn if you don't believe we know the Hebrew, and we don't care about none of that. What you got to say at this point? We sticking to the prophecies. You know, if you didn't come up and you ain't worried about prophecy, we got nothing to talk to. We gonna tell you repent or die, and we gonna tell you what's going on in the world. Hit you with the scriptures if you even stand there, you know, and listen. If not, you can keep it up, keep it moving. You know, we ain't got time to be wasting with you peons, man. Shit, soon we're not. You see, that's why the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is on the apostles to get super fervent. You know, telling brothers to be doing this every day, because we're about to come to the end, man. We're not about to do this anymore. Brothers need to realize this is about to end. This ministry is about to end as far as doing videos, man. Now it's about to get real now. All right? Ain't gonna be no more videos very soon and going out there on the highways and byways. You know, imagine a terrorist attack happened in their downtown. You think we gonna go down there and teach? What the fuck? You know, come on, man. But here, this is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. See, the prophets, what were they doing? They prophesied. They weren't, debating or none of that. They weren't wasting their time. And no, they were prophesying both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So many deaths are coming to these streets of America. Evils, great evils. There's going to be a lot of starving, okay? Because once wartime comes, hey, they got to cut back, So Esau's about to put the squeeze on you people. And you're going to be at war. So there's going to be a shortage of men. All right, so second Ezra 16, it's already here. 15 and 16, that's just going to intensify. You know, once these men start getting sent out there, Isaiah 4 and 1's coming. You know, the scriptures that talk about my servant shall eat. Yeah, we're going to be persecuted. Like we were talking earlier, me and this brother. Yeah, hey, Esau's about to roll on us too. They're going to start persecuting us because we, come on, man, people been seeing us out there for years chanting, talking about America's going to be destroyed,
Right.
you know, thermonuclear missiles. They call us anti-Semitic. So, hey, they're going to come for us soon, man. But, hey, don't be afraid, man. You know, be bold in the Lord. Trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Go ahead, though. You have something?
I was still holding Ezekiel.
Okay, got it.
But I can grab it real quick. Tribulation 10 days. There's Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." You know, so some of us are going to get snatched up because there's a lot going on, and what this devil wants to do is, which he's doing now, he's scrambling and bugging you out with mixed information. You know, so the true source of information, especially truth on earth, comes from who? The Lord's servants and prophets. So, you know, he has to shut our mouth, so to say, so that word can't go out. Well, ultimately, that's the Lord doing that, because that's going to go into the family of the word.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Exactly. That's why I was saying we ain't gonna be doing this much longer, man. That's why we gotta go all out now, because it's about to come to an end. You know, all this bullshit, people talking shit, they're gonna miss us.
Mhm.
You know, and like, damn, where them guys at?
Mhm.
I know they were talking about this before, right?
Mm-hmm. And you know, going at the timing of it could be right after the MOTB get made mandatory, right before. You know, who knows? You know,
It's probably gonna be before.
There you go.
So we ain't gonna be able to warn your ass when
That's
this
it.
happening.
That's it.
You know, because you know a terrorist attack could happen, and then we ain't gonna be able to go out there if they start locking shit down because of terrorist attacks. You know, and police in the streets. You know, we'd have to be. You know, we've already done the job.
That's true.
You know, we're gonna be ministering like the Lord was doing back then, walking around. You know, we're gonna be as pilgrims on the earth, and then Esau starts mandating, you know, the chip during that time. Like, if you want to come out and come to the safe zones, the safe cities, hey, you got to get this chip. You get your money. It's digital now. We can identify you. You know, all that. You know, just speculating.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because we know the timing of it. MOTB is going to be made mandatory for World War III fully takes off, so it makes sense that it'll be before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right before. But Revelation 2 verse 10, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Esau, shall cast some of you into prison."
Yeah, but hey, don't be afraid of that, man. Good. That means you ain't got to pay rent no more.
That's true.
You know, you've been arrested. You're suffering for righteousness' sake, and don't worry. What the hell? You know how many accounts there are? The scriptures, men being in prison and being delivered. So that's the least of our worries, man. You gonna do that? Hey, Esau, you know where to find us, man. We're there every Saturday. You got our addresses, so you know where we at. You know, like we not hiding. We ain't got nothing to hide. You know, all we doing is speaking the words of the Lord. If you got a problem with it, hey, then take it up with the Lord, because the Lord said, "You shall touch not my anointed." Yeah, so you do what you got to do, Esau. But we know the Lord's gonna protect us this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, He's about to lift up a standard. Go ahead.
Yep. Finishing Revelation 2 verse 10, it says that ye may be tried. So it's just a test ultimately. It says, "Ye shall."
Yeah, time of testing. That's what I think in the NLT it says, a time of testing.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, "And ye shall have tribulation 10 days." And you know, might not be exactly 10 days, just a time period. 10 meaning perfection. You know, so whatever number it is of your test, that's what's going to be. "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." And Yahweh speak in his red letter, so you know you tie that in with second chapter about that crowning ceremony. Those that stood so swiftly, you know, first you're going with the 100 for 4,000. Those men are going to get directly crowned from Yahweh himself, you know, for being fervent, you know, believing in the name of the Lord, keeping his ways, not taking that sea hip. You know, he goes going to beam them up right before the missiles touch down. You know,
This is the same verse in the NLT, Revelation 3 and 10. It's because you have obeyed my command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. Yep. See, we're not concerned with none of the things that we're about to lose. We've already forsaken all. You people are about to be stripped from overnight. You see that? You see why the Lord told them to forsake all? You know, And how much more in these times where it's going to be worse than 70 AD? It's going to be worse than the flood. So, you know, we've already come to grips with all this was temporal, and that we need to obey the Lord if we want to survive the worst destruction ever to be seen in the face of earth, or ever will be seen. There will never be seen. See, look, I think it was last night I was going into the mark, and I mentioned this, that, you know, the Americans have lived the best lives in history since the beginning of time to now. Americans have had the most comfortable, the most leisure, you know, the most free will and range, you know, ever seen on the face of the earth. And now they're going to receive the worst judgment ever. It's a perfect balance. The complete polar opposites. The eternal, now the lake of fire, and, you know, she lived deliciously, that the scriptures say. This was a paradise, man. This is a paradise compared, because we got cold AC everywhere, cars running everywhere. There's more cars than people. You know, you got a delivery. We talking about people in the Middle East. They would kill to live here. People do. Yeah. That's why they've been coming up here for years, trying to come to America, from South America, from wherever. But these third world countries don't have luxuries like that. You know, they've been war torn. Most of the earth have been war torn, including Europe, Africa. Africa's that's not even a question. They at war every day. Asia, they've been at war. India, all these nations have been at war. South America, same thing. You know, to a certain degree, because they've had wars down there. But America ain't been touched. Niggas are here eating delivery, DoorDash, while playing Xbox. You know, in the AC. You know, on the lazy boy couch. Meanwhile, somebody in Damascus, Syria, out there getting bombed every other day. You know, struggling to find food. You know, just hellish conditions. Well, them hellish conditions are coming to America. See what these brothers got. Second Ezra's, Quan put up Second Ezra's 8 in the. You get that Second Ezra's 8. I mean, it's all spread out on the comment board.
Second Ezra's 8.
8, and they started at 50. Yeah.
This is Second Ezra's chapter 8, and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them."
And this is mainly speaking to America right here. Because, yeah, great miseries been going around. Well, miseries have been going around the whole earth, except America. Go ahead, Doug.
Yep. It says, Second Ezra's 8, verse 50, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
Don't they say proud to be American?
Right.
The home of the free, all that. They're proud to be Americans. You know, people, get out of America if you don't like it here. They're proud as hell, bro. Especially, you know, not especially, Edom is the proud one. Because niggas, yeah, they'll cook out on July the 4th and wear the stripes and stars t-shirt, but they're not really proud to be Americans. It's these Edomites that are proud. They call them the Proud Boys. Go ahead.
This Second Ezra's 8, verse 51, it says, "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee." You know, so concern ourselves with ultimately them are the like-minded. You know, ultimately Yahweh Bashmi Ashai going into his elect. You know, as scriptures talk about, only a few going to be saved. You know, in this time to come, there's only a few people that have the truth and the knowledge. You know, ultimately the mysteries of the kingdom, because everybody else is just lost in the sauce. You know, they don't know what the hell's going on. They're just following their script. You know, but ultimately going to us seeking the glory that be like us is, you know, the household of faith. You know, the house of mourning. You know, our sorrows and the hell we've been catching and all the stuff we've been going through, giving up on this side, it's all going to pay off, you know, because the Lord really is going to show himself, because he's personally coming to destroy the wicked and personally coming to deliver his elect, you know.
And even before that, before the Lord returns, then shall they know who are my chosen. When the brothers going to have power, man. You know, the brothers going to be able to multiply food. That's the main miracle. You know, that's going to keep Jake's Israelites alive. That following us, we're just going to be able to multiply food. You know, that's why Esau ain't gonna want us out there no more. It's gonna come a time where Esau gonna have to cut the YouTube. You know, he can't have the Israelites out here doing miracles on camera. And that time is quickly approaching because as we get, as the left hand side is increasing in wickedness, well, the right hand side has to increase in righteousness. Because again, it's a perfect balance. The Lord does everything in a perfect balance. Like I said about America living deliciously, and it's gonna receive the worst judgment. So it's all a balance. Good and evil. Evil, it doesn't surpass good. It never will and never has, because there's always been a remnant, you know. And that small number overcomes the great or the majority, because they're the elect. Go ahead.
Yep. You want me to keep reading or?
I mean, we can end it there. I mean, Momo was down on battery, so
Okay, come.
you know, Lord's will is 30 minutes. So Lord's will is edifying. You know, brothers, keep pushing, man. Shit's gonna get turned up here in America. You know, life as you know is gonna change soon. Something's gonna happen here to really force this digital currency. All right, and bring chaos and division more than it already is. So just continue to watch these events unfold, and don't just be watching mainstream media. Check alternative sources as well. You know, mainly the prophets of the Lord, but you know, check it out for yourself. But hey, with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who rule well, and salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.